What's up, Kurlz crew, and welcome again to my channel. If you are new here, I am Kurlz. Welcome. Well, today I am going to be showing you guys how to trim your natural hair.
Little Karen with a pressing curl, a curly afro when I cut my hair. Night I seen when I got a relaxer. Oh man, what a disaster. 23 when I cut it all off, 24 when I got all natural.
Okay guys, so we are going to first start with sectioning off our hair, and I'm going to section this directly down the middle so that I can get this into an even 4 parts. So let's it's not in the middle. In the middle. Alright. And all the way back. Now you're going to have 2 sections. Gonna clip this one for a second and then create another section in the front. I just lost my comb. Okay, so then oops, just clip that to the side and then do the same thing for the other side. Just like that. And now you are going to pull the front of your hair together and just kind of make sure it is even on both sides. And the way that I like to do that, I'm gonna just pull this to the back for a second. I take my hands across the top and feel all the way over to see that my hands meet on the exact same side. Okay guys, so now just pin the front out of the way, and then we are going to split the back into 2 sections. Okay, so you'll have one on each side, and I like to trim my hair straight. It makes it a lot easier for me to make it even. And I don't actually trim it a lot. I don't trim it as often as a lot of other people do. Like, I don't actually recommend having a trim schedule. I don't know if anyone out there tries to do that, but I don't recommend doing that. Your hair doesn't need to be cut on a consistent basis. All you have to do is you have to make sure that you take a look at your hair and see where it is. Like, you can see at the bottom all of this. You can see all the dead hair, the split ends, and all that. That's what you want to get rid of. So I did definitely wait a little bit longer than I should have, but I needed to wait until it was a little bit colder because I don't like to trim my hair until around the winter season, because that's about when I'm going to straighten out my hair. I don't necessarily like to keep a lot of heat in my hair. So yeah, moving forward. So now we have 2 sections, and I am just going to clip this one out of the way and start working with this one. Now this one I'm also going to split into 2 sections so that it's in a quarter in the back, and then I am just going to pull that up to the front for a second. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to grab your hair and you want to get it as straight in your hand as possible. And you don't need to grab smaller sections than this unless you feel like you need to. I'm gonna grab sections about this length, about this thick, and I'm gonna cut off about this much of my hair because a lot of it is dead. So I'm going to be doing that. Now, if you guys want to, you can definitely take this and also split that. You don't necessarily need to do that unless yours are really bad and you need to focus on a smaller section, or if you have layers in your hair, this is what you're going to need to do. So let's get into cutting. And then I am going to cut going straight across. Okay, so it's going to look like this when you are done. It's going to have a straight cut across. Now I could go up a little bit more because, as you can see, there are some more split ends in there, and you definitely don't want that in there. So you can go and cut up as much as you want to just to get those dead ends out. I'm gonna decide to stop right here because I don't want to big chop my hair right now, and I'm just going to cut off a little bit more to try and get a lot of those dead ends out of the way. And then I am again just going to cut straight across. And this is how much got cut off. Woo! So that is it. That is it. Okay. Now that is done. Now we are going to do the same thing to the second section. But I am going to hold this section in the back separate. Okay. Now if you want to take this a step further, you can definitely do that and split this in half as well. But see? There's different layers that are starting to work their way in here. So that's what I'm talking about. So like the first one you don't need to separate, but this one you definitely will. So you want to separate that right about where your hair splits. So you see the difference in length there? Okay. And then just pull this out of the way. And now I'm going to work on this section. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get this into my hand as straight as possible. I'm going to go to the bottom of this. Now I'm going to begin to cut straight across. Okay. Now, if you guys feel like you need to cut more, definitely do that. I am going to, again, stop right there. So now that I have that section, I'm going to take a clip. I'm going to clip that out of the way as well. So I'm going to take that off of there and put a clip on it. And then the same thing for the very top section. But I'm going to pull this section towards the front, like forward, to even it out a little. Okay. Take your comb over it all the way down. And then you're gonna cut this vertically. So there you go. Okay, starting to look better already, guys. So I am again just going to check that, make sure it's nice and even. And then check any layers you have in there too. And just kind of thin those out a little. So I am going to pin that section as well. And then I'm going to move on to the other side and match them with these lengths. So I am not going to talk through that. I'm going to speed it up and let you guys see it. So keep watching.
To guarantee that it is going to be even, if you don't trust that, then you are just going to put these in 2 tight ponytails at the exact same position on both sides of your head, and then you are just going to take the same comb, go all the way through to the end of your hair, and just snip. Okay, and then the same thing for the other side. Okay. So they are both even, and they are both nice and cleanly cut on both sides. Okay? So they are both now even and nicely cut straight across. Oops, let me show you this side. There you go. Doesn't want to cooperate. Okay? So that is the back. Let's move on to the front. So the front is so much easier because there's so much less hair, right? So split that right back down the middle. Okay. Sorry guys, I dropped my brush. And then just brush it out and split this in 2 sections. If your hair is like mine, you're going to need to separate it into 2 sections. I'm going to show you why in 1 second. I'm going to just pin that out of the way. And the reason why I have this on 2 sections is because my hair is not the same length in the front, so there are some shorter pieces up there. So as I get to that section, you can just take your comb if you have layers and you're not sure. Take your comb through the top, and right where it lets go, there you go. All of this that just fell is the rest of the layer. So all I'm going to do is, because I want this to be even from the top to the bottom, I'm going to leave that little layer because again I don't want to cut too much, but I am going to try and keep this even. So I'm just going to part where that meets so that it's even on the top and the bottom. And then pin this piece out of the way. And then comb it all down, forward. Don't worry about the shorter pieces in the front, you can get that. And then we are just going to cut. Guys, the scissors make all the difference. You should have shears, not regular scissors. Regular scissors aren't as easy on your hair as the shears are. So I'm just going to go over that again. And cut that up until it's nice and clean. And I don't see a ton of split ends. So as you can see, I snipped twice, but there's still a bunch of split ends. So now I am going to have it nice and clean like this. Okay? Just like I did in the back, I'm going to pin this out of the way. And then move on to the last section at the top. Keep those roots as straight and tight as possible into your hand. And then take that comb all the way down. Don't worry about what fell. Just pull it out of the way a little. And then snip. That easy. So just double check that section again. There we go. And that last little flyaway section that's in the front, just gonna grab. And I'm gonna do this by eye, by about where this catches. So it's at about right here, because you can see all the rest of these are dead ends. So we are just going to completely snip that off. Okay? Oops, gotta keep these separate. Okay. And now, this section can be put back. And move over to the other side. So I'm going to cut the other side, make it even, come back, and then I'm going to put it in the ponytails just like I did in the back. So, see you in a minute.
So now, just take these out. Woohoo! And your ends are trimmed, even, and ready to go. Look at the difference. So it's nice and even, as you guys can see. Ooh. Nice clean cuts here. Oops, well you can't really tell on this side because that was a little crazy. There you go. See? Nice and even though it's all over the place. So guys, that is how I trim my ends on my straight natural hair. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up or a like, and please be sure to subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.